folks, I cast a Dota game, or actually 3 Dota games, a best of 3 between the West from the Dota World Team League, Scarlett and Kelazhur and Elazer and Clem and people like that, and the East, the Chinese squad, Coffee and Time and Xiase and F91 and MacSed. And Scarlett, F91, or Scarlett and Coffee are 2 top 700 players in the world in Dota, and they're also StarCraft pros. It's a good time. Check it out, and follow this channel for not more Dota action, for StarCraft stuff. That'll be starting up next week again when I have time to do that. Enjoy. How insane. So, yeah, that's the important stat. Oh no, can I? How do I follow camera in this mode? Help! I've never been in a lobby before. Okay, quick, brief. I've never been into the observer spot of a lobby. Oh, muchacho, you're gonna have to throw me a... What are the hotkeys? You're gonna have to throw me a link to that so I can, like, play it over and over in my sleep. You think you may need to learn Mandarin? Well, yeah, again, I need to learn Korean, I need to learn Mandarin, I need to learn a lot of things. So the question now is we start this game, does anyone have really good first blood potential? And I don't... Dire kind of. Right? Call to Splash plus Scarlett doing funky Scarlett things and everything else. Maybe, but I don't think so. This doesn't really feel like an early tangling setup here. Okay, so words go down on both sides. Do we have any sentries on our mid players? What's that hand? I'm not sure what you mean. Quackmire. Oh, this hand. Sorry, yeah. Yes, that's the tower. From the most recent TI Battle Pass.
Now we get the good stuff. For once, we're in agreement.
How do I follow player perspective? Sorry, folks. We are really good at the thing. Where are the observer hotkeys? Oh, there we go. Oh, we paused, so we're good. I don't have to feel bad about it. How do I follow player perspectives?
You're dead.
Oh, F10? Oh, that's not it. Professional Dota caster. Wait, why do they need to regame? Oh, because... oh, no. Oh, no. The gentleman's agreement was that Xiase F91... No, F91 was going to mid against Lambo. And now we have Lambo, which I don't know what MMR he is, but he's not, you know, top 500, top 700 immortal, which is what Coffee is. So this is going to be interesting. Now, of course, what do we have? Where sort of offlane DK, I guess not really all that surprising, especially if you're, say, you know, not sure of your skill, you go and you offlane the DK, you max out Dragon's Blood, and you kind of don't die. What I'm looking at, though, is while this is a disgusting offlane, we're going to see Scarlett and Kelazhur. They're going to really try to put the hurt on the Bristle early. Force a lot of regen out before Bristle starts scaling, because Bristle level 1 quills, not all that inspiring. But you get up to level 2, level 3 quills, they start stacking up, and despite, you know, Scarlett eventually having some Berserker's Blood stacks that, of course, allows you to regen, it's not really what you're looking for, right? It just becomes really punishing. It becomes hard to stay in lane. So if you can go and just drop a bunch of Burning Spears on his head early, force him out, force all this regen to be spent, as already most of the tangos that the Bristle brought to lane has been spent out here, that's going to be rather nice. And of course, Scarlett also has a lot more sustain in this lane. Oh, never mind. Lambo is the Radiant, not the Dire. Or the Dire, not the Radiant, so he's fine. You know what, actually... He's not okay, the denies are the problem, so he's going to find himself pretty underleveled rather soon. Yes, this is StarCraft player, Chinese StarCraft players in the WTL versus Western StarCraft players in the WTL. So it is Scarlett, Elazer, not Elazer. It is Scarlett, Kelazhur, Clem, Lambo, and SortOf versus F91, Time, MacSed, Coffee, and Xiase. Yes. 2 immortals, Tommy Gun. Scarlett is also immortal. I think Scarlett's like number 700 immortal, and Coffee's right around there. Man, where's the intelligent observer? That's all like when I'm ever in a game and I'm just watching a friend, that's what I use. So now we see the might of the Ember. Ember Spirit does bonus damage with the slight to heroes, so you just kind of go, and if you're sitting in range of it, which Clem has kind of been, it seems, you take much damage. It becomes rather painful. But now, of course, DK, he's under tower. This is not, it's not a death wish. It's not a death flag here, and certainly with a level in Dragon Blood as well, it does mean that realistically this DK should not die from anything short of a burst. So really, our eyes are on the safe lane. Our eyes are on the mid. And you know what? Lambo, he's not winning the lane. But he's doing a good job of not losing the lane. Not losing the lane terribly, not dying. And believe me, when you're looking at this... Oh, that's unfortunate. When you're looking at a game like this, you do... losing the lane is or dying in the lane is a high likelihood. So the fact that Lambo has not done that is pretty impressive. I mean, we can see his laning mechanics are not the best. The creep equilibrium is always really good for the Wind Ranger, but you know, at the very least, he's got a bottle. He's going to be able to heal back up. Kunkka is a pretty good recovery hero in that you can go and farm camps pretty easily, and he's going to be able to have impact. Just drop the boat on people's heads, make it so the Huskar lives, which is what this draft is around the more I look at it. You have an initiation in DK, but one of the supports in Kelazhur's Warlock. Oh, this may be a dead bristle here. Do we have boots? We have booties. But one more spear, 2 more spear, folks. This is first blood. Bristle goes down. There we go. Just like that. Scarlett takes the first blood here, and in a draft that is just designed around enabling Scarlett, that is always going to be extremely nice. Water runes give you health and at the 2 and the 4 minute mark. Water runes give you health and mana. You can also bottle them to get 2 charges of your bottle back. And I forget how much health and mana you get, but at 2 and 4 minutes, they show up top and bottom rune spots. And they give you, it's like maybe 100 health, 50 HP, I forget. And then you can use them to refill 2 bottle charges. So notice Kunkka here, he's going to X-Marks him back. He's going to fill up his bottle, heal himself back to full, get a ward. And again, he's behind. But make no mistake about it, he is behind, but it's not end of the world necessarily. And he does have kill potential on the Wind Ranger if he knows how to... Well, if he knows how to combo properly at level 6. Yes, I don't know what Scarlett's name in Chinese is, but yes, this is Scarlett. Hi, this is Scarlett. Easy lane, easy life. Exactly. And yes, we have been focusing on mid lane and safe lane because that's where the 2 extremely high skilled players are. We look at the off lane, or Dire off lane, Radiant safe lane. It's pretty even. You know, I don't expect there to be too many kills. Ember is pretty maneuverable. Now, if they're going to kill Ember, it is going to be before 6, because then you can just remnant away. But for now, yes, yeah, I don't expect to see all that much. Especially considering this is, we're not seeing high levels of Q or W. Okay, let's see. So, Coddle, ooh, yeah, this is going to be a dead Bristle, I think, as well. Here's Scarlett popping her wand, making sure that she is okay, but Bristle is going to go down here. There we go. So, 2-for-1 trade. Huskar, you don't die of a Huskar. It's not allowed. It's unacceptable. And yes, the Warlock goes down, but I don't think anyone really cares about that one. He's the 5. He is doomed to die here. And actually, wait a minute. Do we have any mana? Actually, this is before level 6. So, The Ember getting very low here, and is it going to be the gyro that's going to pay the price instead? Do we have skills? Do we have spells? Not quite ready just yet. Pop the Q in a second. Oh, he's trying to get greedy, get both. He's only going to get one, trading 1 for 1 here. But yeah, it's support for support. Big deal is the fact that P4, or 5, I guess, the 5 gyro got the kill versus a core, which you would always rather put it on the core. And Scarlett is starting to feast in this top lane. I think this is her 3rd kill here. She's 4th kill, excuse me. She's farming rather well. Already 36 last hits, and on a hero that doesn't really farm the best in Huskar. Agreed. So Joe Pro, the thing is though, the plan wasn't to sack him, but the plan was to. Oh, wait a minute here. We have a bit of an all-in. Lambo, drop your boat. Oh, that's not what I want. Oh, not really an all-in. But when Ranger pops her ult, gonna try to make something happen. But the plan was to have, I believe, Coffee and Scarlett be the safe laners, and then have F91 play mid. And then Coffee said, nuts to that. I'm just gonna go and do whatever. And the fact that Coffee has not started dominating the map, whereas Scarlett has 4 kills to her name, is 43 last hits, like she's having a really good game. It means, well, we need, let's go to net worth now. That's probably the most relevant at this point. We're at 10 minutes in. The fact that Scarlett is, or the fact that Lambo is he's level 8. He hasn't really lost too much. He's equal levels compared to Coffee. Coffee's really not starting to dominate the map. Is actually really good news for the Western squad. Is well, on the bottom side, they trade 1 for 1 and supports again. There is a jungle, but there's no jungler. For sure.
It's sinking, just like your ships.
So of course, DK in dragon form means his attacks, they are ranged now. They do a little bonus dot damage. And they do a lot of damage to towers if DK can find his way in, which is kind of the goal right now. Is who do we have rotating on over? Kunkka rotating into the enemy jungle, but looks like he doesn't really desire to tangle all that much. He just dangles himself instead. Oh yeah, no, I know you weren't memeing. I'm just saying that was not the original plan.
Bottom lane is missing.
It's just kind of how it worked out, and it does seem to be rather nice. Because I mean, killing a Kunkka, your Wind Ranger, even with a Javelin, is just a really hard thing to do. Man, Huskar should be in a much better spot in this lane right now, but it is 10 minutes in. Scarlett already has armlet shreds. Bristle is level. Oh, okay, she's trying to go on it, but there's no stuns in this lane, so she's not going to be able to get a kill there. But again, Scarlett's 3 levels up on the off laner, whereas off lane is drawing pretty evenly on the mid lane, or on the off lane, or off lane Radiant. Off lane Dire is drawing pretty even, and they've been trading kills. And again, Lambo is holding his own, which is insanely impressive. Well, another scarf. Oh, I don't. Kelazhur drops the rock, and I don't really think that rock drop was necessary unless they're going to go try and push the offlane tower. But offlane tower is probably the least. It is the least impactful tower to kill in the early game for both sides. I mean, sure, offlane tower. No, actually, you know what? We're gonna hold that thought here because we gotta find the bottom side. Ember is getting very low here. A couple more shots, and there we go. Boat's gonna go down, but it's gonna miss the Ember Spirit. So Remnant popping out. That does mean there's a full rotation here on the bottom side. 4 TPs popping on in, and what do we have from the Scarlett squad? It is actually not Scarlett, but it is Lambo here, and with the everything going down, snakes are out. Kunkka is, oh no, Kunkka's gonna stay alive because Rum is a powerful buff, and I don't know why I buffered that. Rum is a powerful buff, and it does mean that they really only, at the end of the day, they do get the coddle, but snakes are up, and with a Dragon Knight as well. This tower is under tremendous threat. Oh no, the Ember. Is it gonna tick out? No, it does not. Actually going on forward here is going for the all-in, but he just all-ins to his death. And that's not what you want. Now, of course, the DK dies, and I think this base, or excuse me, this tower, you can tell I'm used to StarCraft. This tower will stay alive for the... Actually, no, it won't, because, hey, who wants a dead MacSed? That's going to be a fun time here. And there we go. MacSed goes down. Tower dies. Clem stays alive. And it is a tango. It is a tangle in the bottom lane. A tangle that it looks like, for the most part, the Dire will win. But at this point, well, Wind Ranger's not going to be able to... Well, actually, with a haste rune. Got to be very careful here. Does not have a shackle shot and stun. Okay. Kunkka is alive, but folks, we don't know how to play this game anymore. It is just constant fighting in the bottom lane. Yes, Fosher's new emojis. Okay, so mid lane went down. I kind of lost that in the insanity that was bottom lane. I mean, you normally don't see people go and defend a the tier 1 safe lane tower all that much because it's really hard to defend. It's just normally not worth it unless you have a draft designed around it. So the fact that happened really does favor our western side here. Scarlett trying to take Roche, but maybe worried that people are in the vicinity. Okay. Supports are getting feasted upon. Supports getting eaten. Yeah, 4K gold lead of 13 is something, but the question. So laning stage has gotten very good for the Dire side. The question now is, as things go crazy, we do have a Wind Ranger with a Mjolnir, who is going to start to look to dominate the map a little bit, start to find pickoffs. In fact, this is a rather pickoff-oriented lineup in general for the Chinese team, and I know they've been practicing pretty hard. They've been playing a lot of scrims together. So yes, the laning stage went tremendously well for the Western side. But as things go, and a little bit, well... Oh, yeah, man, I kind of forgot about that. Warlock... Fatal Bonds, right? What it does is it distributes some of the amount of damage done to one player to whoever who's caught in the bonds. And Kunkka plus Warlock is actually, that's a lot of damage here. But now we got a gank on Scarlett. She's going to get stunned on up. We're going to have to see how good that armlet toggle really is. Can she stay alive here? But she's just stunned on up. Armlet toggling on through. That is, in fact, not what you... well... Okay, there we go. Actually, wait a minute here. She can dive on top of this now. All of the win run is gone. Coffee into a corner, but you don't even need to kill Coffee. Just go and attack the Coddle, and that will kill Coffee anyways. But Coffee gets out. No, he doesn't at the last second. X marks the spot, marks him to his doom. Coddle stays alive, but the gank attempt on the captain, on the most important member of the Western squad, does not work, and we got question marks here. Oh, the BM. Well, gotta remember, Joe Pro, Gyro's a 4 or a 5. Gyro's 5, excuse me. At least they lane Gyro like a 5. And of course, he's just going Urn or Super Urn. Spirit Vessel, there we go. He's just going that quick as you please to just remove the healing of the Dragon Knight, remove the healing of the Huskar. Now we got a push going up mid. That kind of missed, and now we're gonna X mark here. Coffee's gonna run back. Do we have snakes? We do, so we might see that dropped here, but it looks like for now, okay, Ember runs on 4, gets stunned up, and it doesn't matter that there were snakes because Clem is dead. It seems to be the prevailing story of this game. Clem has died a lot. 1 in 5. He is pretty much every death that the Chinese team has. That is a custom tower. It's from the most recent TI Battle Pass. Look, oh, we can look how far we can zoom out, folks. I forgot about this. Wish you could zoom out this far in StarCraft when you were observing. But anyway, so offlane tower is dead. Safe lane tower dead for the Radiant side for Dire. It's well, Scarlett, trust in your armlet toggles. You can do it. Oh no. Oh no, Coffee knows about it. Oh no. Be afraid, folks. Be careful. Oh no. But okay, DK now getting to run interference, but we are worried again. It's Coffee that's the problem. Oh, Lambo scouts it. Okay, so Lambo knows what's happening here. He will. I'm surprised that shackle landed. But Lambo with the Orchid again, just buying space for Scarlett here. Now we, of course, a second life on the Huskar. Huskar not even dying already, so we're going to have to see what happens here. The army running on forward. Not the army. I guess the army, sure. And it's going on forward. There we go. This is going to be a dead Bristle, but no, the spikes. They knock down the DK as well, so it's not quite as positive a trade as you would have liked. Coffee, though, almost dies once again. The Orchid pickup for Lambo, actually so nice in this matchup. If you're just trying to shut down one player and enable your one player as best you can, you say, look, I have my ult. I can go and just make sure you take less damage, Scarlett. That sounds like fun. Meanwhile, I'm just going to invalidate the spell casting of the Wind Ranger, and it's just not going to be as much fun for her. And yes, eventually Coffee is going to have a BKB, and then the Orchid's not as scary. But for the moment, that's a great way to just keep him out of fights. Bakad Matatag! That's an old meme, sir, but it does check out. And I'm looking at like all the chat messages and things that like I have default set up, and I'm like, that's none of that's really relevant to what I'm doing today. Did you know that I cast StarCraft as I cast Dota? Wow, interesting. And no, I don't pretend that I'm casting Dota particularly well. I have literally never done it before, but they said, hey, WTL showmatch, and I said, yes, please. We got to push here on the safe lane tier 1. It's just going to get denied. But Scarlett wants the fight anyways, going on in, of course, with the second life. She doesn't even really care if she dies here. It's going to be hard for her to die anyways. And there we go. So much healing, but now first life down. Bristle dies as well because spears are spears. And that is something, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to see too much here. No blink on the DK. Instead, it's a blade mail. I guess operating under the assumption that he's the one that's going to get focus fired, which I don't think is going to be the case. It is going to be Scarlett. We have to assume. Because that makes it very difficult to armlet toggle through, and of course that is one of the strengths of Huskar. You are able to armlet toggle, and you have infinite HP. But with how quickly Wind Ranger attacks through her ult, and with the random lightning procs as well, that is incredibly difficult to armlet toggle through. And again, folks, I'm sorry the observing is bad. I don't know the observer hotkeys. And I don't know how to get, like, kind of float and gently follow.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm sure there are, like, some script settings or something. So I'm sorry. I'm doing my best with what I have. Okay, where are we in this game? All tier 1 towers going down for the Radiant. The Dire has one left. Offlane, like, least impactful tower, so it makes sense that that's the last one alive. Big deal, and the reason we saw Scarlett and co pushing top, pushing this offlane tower down early, was because it gives you more access to Roche. Notice that as soon as the tier 1 mid and top went down, Scarlett took Roche. She took the Aegis and went there as, okay, Ember has been found out here, but no, okay. Not quite in time. Ember does get out, takes 50% HP, and Battle Fury Ember. Nice old beam search, but it does check out. And I guess the play that we're seeing the Chinese players go for here a little bit is we're just going to go for hard scaling. We are just going to go and we're going to get Battle Fury Ember, and well, I guess that's the only really hard scaling late game shenanigans. Hey, Kabuki, this is Dota. This is the superior MOBA.
Dire's top tower is
I know that's going to make Fosher sad, but okay, yeah, this base is just going to be dead here. DK does a pretty good job of that one, and Scarlett TPing in, defending top, making sure they do not trade a tier 2 for a tier 2. And the one thing I was really worried about for this Western squad, when I heard about how much the Chinese team had been practicing, was kind of their macro play. And yes, this is more of a StarCraft term or something you see maybe when you see someone talking about League, but macro play, you know, how do you play the map? They call it something different in Dota. But, you know, how do you play the map? How do you maneuver your opponents around? How do you know where things are? Things like that. And that is something that really does come with practice and with team practice. So the one thing I was worried about when I heard how much the Chinese team was practicing was really, you know, how is that going to work out? But I don't know. I assume Scarlett's captaining them as well. I assume she's shot calling it. Maybe Lambo. He at least was in the drafter seat.
Dire's top tower is
And
under attack.
well, Lambo may not be the biggest Dota guy. The man's a genius, so it makes sense if he's drafting. But anyway, whoever shot calling is doing a good job of playing the map appropriately and making it so that they just get more out of the map for the most part than the Chinese squad does. I mean, Joe Pro, it used to be the thing, and it has gotten better with the buffs to Slate of Fist over the years, but it's just not, I don't think it's as nearly as good as Magic Ember. Yes, Kabuki. This is Scarlett we're watching right now. We have, that's Clem, this is SortOf, that's Kelazhur, and this is Lambo. Ay caramba, in fact. Yes, StarCraft players versus StarCraft players. Over here, Scarlett. Oh, she's been found out, and the Ember does not have enough stacks, so will not go down. Getting close. But Scarlett going down like that, that's a bit of a problem.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Because again, all their eggs are in a Huskar timing, and game goes later. Again, Ember will outscale. To an extent, even Wind Ranger will outscale. All right, so where are we? What's our timing looking at? Huskar going for Ags. What does Ags do in this match? Yeah, okay, it's the taunt. It's always funny. I'm like, I swear I played Dota, but there are so many. I mean, there was a patch that hit last night, 7.31c, and the big deal is it nerfed Death Prophet pretty heavily, which is finally, thank you. No longer does she just insta-kill towers. Oh, but there we go. Blink in onto the Bristle, which Bristle doesn't die very quickly, especially considering he does have this Eternal Shroud. But that matters a lot less when you have a Huskar shooting at him. So he's going to take most of HP. And again, benefit of Huskar. You do, what is it, at level 2, 38%
Dire's top
HP.
tower is under attack.
So you just erase 38% HP of the tankiest man on the field. And look at this. I wasn't sure if we were going to get smokes. But smoke popping up from Scarlett and Co. as they go into the enemy jungle. And unfortunately for them, Chinese squad on the triangle outside of the Coddle. Coddle's not really what you want, but it's going to be something. There we go. Stun him off. And look at the range on those shackles. It just is always disgusting. And oh, rockets. Oh, rock. Don't think you want rock. But Scarlett's going to jump on it anyway, saying, hey, Bristle, diving into the fountain. Not in the fountain. Diving into the tier 3s here, even before you knock the tier 2s. But do we have creeps? We actually don't. Is Ember doing a pretty good job of split pushing. Will force the Kunkka bank. Does he X-mark himself, though? No, he didn't. So this push is mostly done. Hey, look, Joe Pro, I'm okay. Whenever I'm playing one, and it means I don't have to worry about dying incessantly and feeding incessantly when Primal hits level 2. Like, that makes me so happy. I can play the lane again. All right, but this is going to be a dead Clemmer. Oh, wait, he does. Wait, is there a... No, yeah, there are phase boots. Clem drops snakes. This is really not the best spot to drop snakes. You want to use them to kill towers. And we're seeing the blade mail is actually doing something. It's making it really hard to hit here. And we're seeing Ember maybe dying. Only one stack. But for now, this is a fight that has very much been going the way of the Chinese squad. And even still, losing 3 and 4 versus the 5 is always going to be really good. And we can see that the net worth chart has not really been increasing. In fact, it has been going down. It was, I think it briefly hit 6K. But now it's down to 4. And again, in the annals of time, as we look to scale late, this is a draft that does scale much better for the Chinese squad than it does for the Western side. But, ooh, kind of surprised. I thought Scarlett would take the Enchanted Quiver. And again, that just the big range for one spear plus, what is it, 300 magic damage burst?
Is about to flounder.
225 bonus magical damage and true strike, which means you can do a lot of damage to a Wind Ranger who's wind running, for example, pretty quickly. Oh, by the way, those of you that are sitting here in this game, in this chat, if you're in my Discord, please go. I have one emote spot remaining, and I need to know. Like, I'm thinking some sort of Frodo meme thing, but I'm not really sure what to go for. All right, DD smoke coming on in from the Dyers. They're looking for something. Removing any sort of vision in the map for now is Lambo kind of playing his own thing. He's playing some NA Dotes here. As they smoke S4 onto the high ground, blink on up. Coddle will be the first to die, and there's no getting out of that one. Actually, Scarlett is rooted, but even still, no getting out of it. Does this open up Roche? Roche is up. And second Roche, when you get the shard, Scarlett, I think she wants the shard, actually. Maybe they give it, maybe they give it to Clem. What is the, yeah, okay, shard's everywhere else. Yeah, so the shard goes to Scarlett, goes to Clem. That is going to go down pretty quickly, and I mean, let's be real, Scarlett's the carry. Yeah, she gets the shard. So now her burning fire is going to slow enemies, or her inner fire, there we go, is going to slow enemies and is going to heal her for a percentage of the damage that she does, which as she just looks to dive into 5, that is always going to be very nice. Was it here that you told a chiropractor joke? I don't know, Quagmire. I don't remember it. So tell me the chiropractor joke.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Man, the rats cometh. There is no MP in this game, but the rats, they come regardless.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire structure.
And this is actually some shot calling. You can tell Coffee probably saying, "Hey, look, we can't take this fight right now, so." Play side lane Dota, hit top, hit bottom, force waves in, kill towers, get some gold off the map, and make it so it's really hard for them to countenance going high ground. Because... Oh, Quackmire, okay. Hey, Dave, thank you so much for the resub. All right, Ember's going to get out of here. We see the army running at him. We're going to talk in StarCraft terms because I'm a StarCraft caster. The army runs. Army of Clem, Kelazhur, and SortOf. Running onto the bottom side, scan gets dropped. Said, nope, there's nothing there. And I'm curious how many people are, how many are you watching because, oh, it's WTL Dota show match, and how many are here because it's Bayo? And how many of you because, oh, hey, Scarlett playing Dota? That's probably the majority, let's be real. The question now is, like, Scarlett has Egg, she has Shard. She's about as strong as she's ever really going to get in this game for the most part. At a certain point, yes, Huskar actually does pure damage on level 25, so it's not quite as bad as it used to be. But we don't have a tower, we don't have the base cracked yet. Oh no. No, it's not Beowulf anymore, it's Baymilf. Well, Hearthstone was here, Joe Pro. Oh, blink on. The Coddle seems to be their favorite victim, and yeah, this is a dead Coddle. There we go. No escape from the Huskar anymore. That taunt is a wonderful thing. And actually really good against the Wind Ranger too, because Wind Ranger, majority of right-click damage comes from the ults. So you just taunt the Wind Ranger before the ult, and it becomes a little bit problem. Ooh, buyback already. Well, if you say, look, I got to defend high ground. because there is powerful push here. DK form, snakes on a plane. Looks like for now, the Scarlet-led squad is going to drop onto the bottom. Oh, that's a dead Ember. Maybe do we have a secondary stun? And Scarlet does not attack fast enough. She is too healthy. Because if you're curious about how this works, Huskar, the lower health it is, the faster it attacks. The higher health it is, the slower it attacks. So Huskar is a hero that is very much built around. Ooh, wait a minute there. Coffee getting, well, not solo killed, but duo killed by SortOf and Lambo. That's not what you wanted. I mean, again, this is a situation where Coffee is the player. He is the immortal player. He is the very good player that they are designing their game around. And having SortOf and Lambo take him into the grave is really not good, especially as Scarlet's still alive. The push is still alive. And Wind Ranger does not have a buyback. So, looks like, yeah, Lambo is, of course, extremely tanky. It's going to be hard to make anything happen. Just making space in the mid as the push happens. Internus on the bottom side. Do we drop snakes? Clem, do we drop snakes? I don't know, but there we go. Huskar diving in once again. He's hitting the front. It's a bristle back for a reason. Taking a lot of damage here. Looks like we'll be able to get on out. Scarlet, of course, she does have Aegis. Actually, she kind of wants to die right now. She got 29 seconds left on that Aegis, but even still, there we go, diving on in, and that is going to be a dead call here going down. Oh, the Radiant, they're doing everything they can to end this game, to keep it alive, but the Dire, they say no. Finally, it's a break in the high ground, but so much damage. The army's clumped too much, and the splash coming in from that Ember is a hallmark of things to come if this game does not end right now. So we're going to see one lane of barracks. It does go down, but on the re-engage here, what does the Chinese squad have to offer? Ember goes on in, just on top of things. Scarlet's now dead. The Aegis expires. Is there enough damage on the backside to make this worthwhile? SortOf to BKBs. He TB's out. 3 dead, but the barracks are down. Oh, well, okay, 4 dead. And just a little bit delayed there. 4 dead, but the barracks are down. And, ooh, interesting. Silver Edge for the Wind Ranger. Oh, observer, please. Observer, please. What do you think? Could I cast Dota professionally? Who is on Ember? Time is on Ember, Milky Cow.
Dire's middle tower is
All right, so at the end of the day, actually, yes, we saw Elena Barris go down, but that was actually... Oh, no. Clem sacrificing his body for the cause once again, but that was not a worthy sacrifice. That was not a worthy sacrifice. The tier 2 was going to go down. In fact, by doing that, maybe you lose the tier 3 as well, although... Coffee just TPing back. Okay. Looks like high ground will be safe for now, and, well... Yeah. Huskar is back up. And that makes life scary again. I think I could cast a phone booth as a side. I don't know that far. I mean, I don't know how phone booths are exciting. I mean, Milky Cow, do you want to call yourself a Dota player in the way I call myself a Dota player, which is, yeah, I'm legend. I'm not good, but at least I understand the game a little bit. Scarlett, take the bounty. Was there a shovel on this team? Okay, there was a, like, the bounty. Please take it. There's just money sitting on the field for you, There's just money sitting on the field for you, Scarlett. Please do it. Both. Wow. Okay, so we got a couple items getting ready here. MKB just about done for Scarlett. And what have we got? Ah. Wait, is DK just going for a strong blink? Whatever that is. The strength blink item. Overwhelming blink. There we go. The entire forces of the Radiant on the bottom side. There is no Baron. I guess the closest thing you can talk about is Roshan. But it does not empower minions, or it does not empower creeps. It gives you, every time it drops an Aegis, which gives you a second life for 5 minutes. Or when it expires, you heal back up to full if you don't take any damage. And then at second Baron, or, well, second Roshan, it drops a Ag Shard, which either gives you a new ability or changes an ability that you have. So notice here, that's the Aghanim Shard, Inner Fire, or making Shadow Word AoE, things like that. Third Rosh drops either a refresher, third Rosh drops cheese, and either a refresher shard or a free Ags that doesn't take up a slot. Yeah, I play Dota, I don't play League. And I just listened to Foshers, and he got me all confused. As, oh, smoke on the top side is Ember. Oh, stun. Ember. Yeah, okay, out. Oh, that was for Satanic. Never mind, I did not an overwhelming blink. That makes a little more sense. But yes, Tommy Gun. I know it's not Baron. But yes, for sure, there is a dragon in this game. We're looking at him right here. Dragon Knight. And then Wyvern is maybe a dragon. Wyvern, I mean, they're arguable whether we consider those dragons or not.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hey, JWiggle33. Welcome here.
Illusion. Dire's bottom tower is
And
about
Foshers,
to
you're allowed to be
fall.
wrong. Okay, so we got a Bloodthorn coming up. Like, so many names. In StarCraft, I only need to know the name of like 30 things, and in Dota, you need to know like 500. But really, sorry. I'm used to... My mouse should stay in place. I should be able to keep doing this, but it's not. It's going to the edge, and then it makes things be weird. It's a bug, I guess. Let's see. Coffee North, trying to trade tier 3. But, I mean, there's a lot more tower push available from the Dire side than there's the Radiant side. Coffee at this point, though. Gonna give up on that push. And there we go. What does it got here? Oh, the free Ags. I think you give this to Warlock. Warlock has already kind of half bought it, so, you know, that feels bad. But you give this to Warlock. Warlock then drops a Golem that is twice as powerful. It has 2 Golems instead of 1. And just more aggregate HP. I don't... you can give it to DK. Honestly, there's so many good Ags in this game. Oh. You give it to Kunkka. Kunkka's probably lowest priority on them compared to the might of snakes that shoot everywhere, especially if you get an Ag Shard for Clem, although he's almost has his Ag, so I guess that's not as relevant. But DK getting a 4th dragon for him that has free pathing and more damage is always really nice. Yeah, bonus golems. So right now the way it works is you do that and you drop one golem. At 3,000, I think 30. They buffed it recently at least, so I think it's like 3,200 HP. You get the Ags, you get 2 golems on the drop, and they're asynchronous, so you get a little bit more stun, and they each have 2,600 HP. So they're not quite as tanky, but you have 2 golems for 1, and it is rather nice. But again, I think the DK form would have been the great one here. As we see, of course, the Dragon Knight is broken, but means there's actually no break for the Huskar, as well as, oh man, SortOf taking so much damage here. And there we go, the root on the Huskar. Yeah, Huskar's just dead. Wind Ranger popping the ult though, and I don't believe you get the ult back. I don't think it still applies when that happens. So now we see boats coming on in. Huskar trying to do the damage that it can, but does not have level 25 yet. No pure damage. Oh no, Scarlett, Arma, toggle for your life here. Stay alive. And she will not stay alive here. Bristlefly dies on the bottom side. The 5 as well, but you've missed out. You've lost your core, and there we're going to see the Slate of Fist spam, especially with the coddle here. It's just continuous damage. Sort of not staying alive all that long either, but Ember dies on the exchange. At the end of the day, though, Coffee cleans it all up. It's a 4 for 3, but the one stays... Okay, well, we're going to call her the one. The one stays alive. Elazer, he just needed a TP out. He's trying to play Ring Around the Rosie. His pockets, they're full of posy, but soon Ashes will be the only thing that remains of this Warlock. Because he is dead. 5 for 3. The scaling problem we were worried about. Was there a no buybacks. The scaling problem we're worried about, it's starting to show up. Huskar, as fat as Scarlett is just not doing it. Snakes took range racks, not melee. And of course, range racks, their damage sticks, melee barracks regen over time. This was not a throw. Oh, sure. This is just the product of scaling. This is Scarlet Squad has to end the game before the game goes too late. Now, maybe you say, look, wait for 25. Wait for pure damage, because notice we saw Scarlet was just not doing all that much damage in that fight because everyone had BKBs. telling Scarlet that I said she's fat. Well, her Huskar's fat. And third, actually, do we have graphs? I mean, we've seen it oscillate, but it's still 94 to 6% win chance. So I can't imagine that Dire goes high ground again unless they win a big fight until Roche pops up. So we're going to see when Roche spawns in about 4 minutes. And Roche is different as far as I can tell from, like, say, the League objectives, where you don't really know when he spawns. Spam this Rambo to help out Lambo. Exactly goes Sauron. And you know what? The story of this game really... We're talking about Scarlet. We're talking about Coffee. The story of this game is Lambo. He didn't lose his mid lane too hard. In fact, he really hasn't died this game. He's died twice. So he didn't lose mid lane to Coffee. Like, he did, but he didn't die, and he was able to stabilize out of it. He was able to farm up. And now he is the highest net worth hero in the game. Granted, 6,000, 6,500 of that net worth is from the Ags that he received. But you're still looking at 2,600, which puts him right in line with the Huskar. With the one. Okay, there we go. I was about to say, I'm surprised we don't have a Satanic from Scarlet. That is because Satanic got buffed in 731, where it gives a hard dispel on top of everything else. So I'm, again, kind of surprised we don't have that there. The healing is nice, but more importantly, that hard dispel when you are a Huskar that is just probably going to be hard controlled, you really do want it.
Radiant's bottom tower faces a stiff win.
Yeah, it is. It's a very different game, but also a very similar game. Kind of funny in the same way. We got a fight kicking off here as Lambo's going to go on in. Boat goes down, and of course, less damage there. And there we go. So that is going to be a dead. Yeah. Wait, maybe not. Maybe not. Lambo, he's going Rambo here. We got a fight kicking off on the backside. Wait a minute. Huskar died. He got jumped on top of him. The shackles are really good as well. So there we go. A second golem falls, but this is just not good. And so wait a minute. Somehow the bristle's still alive. Yeah. This is not a throw, but we're really starting to see the problem here because, yes, Ags are on everyone, but the golems are not doing nearly as much as they previously did. Scotty means that Scarlet heals just a lot less. Plus the Spirit Vessel means that her Huskar is not nearly as tanky as he once was. It really does need to go and get that get the Satanic sooner rather than later. Oh, that'd be a good idea, Kabuki. Now, of course, luckily for the Western squad, Roche is not up. but we are sorely lacking in buybacks.
Dire's middle tower just got knocked down.
And I mean, you don't want to buy back right here anyways. That would just be even more expensive. So we got a split push coming in from SortOf. He does have a Satanic for what it's worth. He's going for Overwhelming Blink into Ags. I honestly feel like Ags is maybe just a little bit better for the vision it provides. But at this point, yeah, the mid-rax goes down, so it's now 2 barracks down to 3, really. And again, the game goes late. This is the problem. Well, not the problem, but this is something that happens when we're looking at non-top level players. You know, when you have an advantage, it does tend to be really hard for games to end. Yes, they're towers. They do damage. And they also provide a HP and reach aura. Or armor. And I thought is it only tier 1s that had the region aura? I could have sworn there was a region aura too. Maybe that was a previous patch. Scarlett, take your bounties. There we go. Oh, she's been found out though. Not even any vision there, just good luck. And there we go. BKB does get popped. And who is the target? It doesn't matter because Scarlett's just dead. Scarlett is dead. The damage of Wind Ranger in the late game with the crit, with the Scotty is just overwhelming here. It's too much to bear. And the Bristle is finally going to go down. And actually this Torrent Storm is going to be a bit of a problem. But Coffee, he cloaks out. He runs away. He lives to fight another day. Scarlett, she dies back on the backside. And this is truly the beginning of the end, folks. Now we do see the net worth graph really skew in the other direction. And Coffee just not getting hit because Wind Run is a powerful thing. Maybe there's enough damage on the Orchid to pop it, but no. Coffee stays alive, and the rock gets dropped. This should be the death of Coffee, though. That is actually such a big deal. I guess Scarlett TP'd into the outpost and died to something on the backside. What killed her the second time? Yeah, she just didn't have BKB. And now she's out on the map for, well, was 2 minutes, but now we're going to see the rate or the dire side. They're going to look to try to force buybacks. Particularly out of the Wind Ranger, because that gives them a win condition. You force buyback on the Wind Ranger, you kill her off again. If you do it on the proper side of the map, it is a problem. Like that, this was almost just a victory. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, there we go. BKB dropped here, and this Ember does a lot of damage here. Is it going to be enough? He's going to go on backwards. BKB pops. Slate of Fist knocks down the cooker as he's fighting for his life, doing what he can, but the Ember will stay alive here. And the Gyro somehow kind of scales as well. Ignis Fatu, it's not called that anymore, but the Will of the Wisp is going to just, the white hole ruins the fight. And at this point, it really is only the DK left. And sure, he's tanky as hell, but he doesn't have damage items. Not really. He does not have Ags. He does not have crit, nothing like that. So, yes, Coddle dies. But that was a fantastic hold for the Chinese squad, and a lot was spent there. There's really not nearly as much available for the next defense. So, Joe Pro. Now this is the throw. And yep, we were talking about how, okay, that last fight's bad, but it's not the end of the world because the Roche isn't up. Now the Roche is up. There's an Axe Blessing, there's a Refresh Chart, there's a Cheese, there's an Aegis. So someone gets the benefit of an Ags. Ember already has one. Crystal already has one. Gyro already has one. Wind Ranger's gonna eat the Ags, which is double charge a Wind Run. Oh wait, no, never mind, it's no longer double charge, it's just eats a little bit better and it's a slow and a blind. I really did Joe Pro, but dropping the rock to kill Coffee. I was like, okay, well, do you buy back on the Wind Ranger, then there's a chance you die again, and then really it is a throw on both sides? Or do you kind of wait a minute and go from there? Oh, we've already had one throw, Foshers. Scarlett really needs the Satanic. And I don't know that she's ever going to get it. About what, 2,000 gold off? I forget how much the Satanic costs, like 5k. So she's like 2,000, a little over 2,000 gold off. And I don't know that the Chinese squad is going to let that happen. But folks, in game one, I think we're going to get 60-minute items, and that can change the makeup of this game in a significant manner. Like if Scarlett gets a Giant's Ring, that means she doesn't need boost. That means her strength goes up. It just, yeah. Or honestly, even Kunkka going Giant's Ring. Oh, but we got a fight kicking off here. Okay, so will be the Shadow Shot, the one that is disabled, but Rock dropping down on everything. And there we go, the Wombo combo. On top of it all, Ember goes down, everything goes down. Coffee is going to be able to run away, but even still, the long distance shards means that despite everything here, if there's a follow-up disable, it will not be the answer, but Ember is caught. Do we have any shards? There is one spirit that remains. They're going to try to chase him down. Looks like he will be able to get out, but the Wombo combo, Fatal Bonds, the Rock, everything going down. This is the fight the West has needed, and oh man, it could not come at a better time. And this actually may be it. There are no buybacks on anyone that is dead right now. Sure, you got a Wind Ranger, level 28, very heavy damage here in it. Oh, but yeah, there we go. That's the benefit of the Blade Mail. Although, yep. Don't actually, oh, pop cheese, but yeah, it's dead. Buyback there now, and there we go. Silence on top of the Ember Spirit. Ember should just die here. There we go. Ember's dead. Buyback on him as well. So it's 2 versus the world. Do we have a Thompson in the room, folks? Is Ember, our Coffee, are they going to be able to pull a Thompson? I don't know, but it is looking dire. Now, of course, there are no snakes. There are no planes. And we are really seriously lacking ult. So there's actually not a lot of tower pressure, which is a bit annoying. Oh, okay, so they're going to give up. I really thought that was going to end the game right there.
Using echolocation.
But they have decided that they want 60-minute items, I guess.
Gold for my chest.
Wait for next Roche.
Regeneration.
This is Scarlett, yes. Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. Scarlett, she's caught off all alone, but she has a BKB. And she's just going to dive on top of this Wind Ranger. Taunts up. Wind Ranger going down. That's a dive back on Coffee. And this, folks, this really should be the end so long as Scarlett stays alive. And I don't see her dying anymore. She has her Satanic. She has her lifesteal. 4 dead. Make it 5, maybe, if they catch the cuddle. And I would not be surprised to see a GG. But certainly, there's no way they stop the push. There we have it. GG, folks. The West in 55 minutes. They prevail. They take game 1. The Scarlett squad, Scarlett's backpack, is able to do it. And that is that victory she wrote for the Western squad. You say that should do it, Joe Pro, but I believe we have 2 more games. I think this is a best of 3. So you want to see some funny numbers? Actually, kind of who did more? So 55k damage from Huskar. Scarlett beat Coffee, 55 to 51. But Ember did a very good job holding that one off. In in pro play. And its goal is to survive. You know, you drop the minus. Actually, there's a lot of minus armor in that off lane between Tide Gush and CK pull. So there's a very real possibility where that does turn to be into a pretty powerful kill lane, and then of course you wait for Tide 6, and even the threat of the Ravage is scary. Hey, YJ830, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, so it's 2 bans, then 2 picks aside, and then I think 4 bans. And then 2 more picks, and then 1 final ban. Yeah. The question is whether Clem's going to get the Milk Award this game. I mean, look, Clem was streaming Dota the other day on his like his Coinbase stream. Hey, Wuxia Zhang. I'm sorry. I'm butchering it to the point where I'm probably just going to stop. So, okay, who's... Yes, the CK, MacSed 3, tied 4. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, Sneaky Suck.
Seconds to battle.
All right, so it looks like here the Chinese side looking to tango. Or tangle. Tango? Tango's the dance, right? Not just the item. No, that's a mango. We're good. There's their tangos. So, yes. Radiant. They're just going to sit back. They're going to sit on their side. But Dire, they want a quick first blood. They want a way to really empower coffee. That's the goal. And the fun thing about this game is we don't have that early game. Oh, got to be careful here. Stun going off. But already lots of damage being done to the DK. So let's see. Bounty Rune gets stolen. Do we see... Oh, it's going to be 3 for 1, I think. But MacSed gets very low. Yeah. 3 for 1 there on the Bounty Runes, which does give the Dire just a little bit of a benefit, but the offlaner getting that low early on, and Elazer doing Elazer things. Before you ask, no, I don't know what rank Elazer is. Who won the prior games? Game 1 went in the favor of the Scarlett squad. So, I mean... Dusa should win this lane. It's not like there's a secondary stun, something that makes it really scary for Dusa to get close to, and you wait till there are N creeps on lane, and you start at 3, you go a little bit more, you drop a snake, you chunk out the CK. In fact, you don't even wait to do that one. Wyvern does percent-based damage as well, so it becomes really painful. Now, Coffee Pops is meta at level 1, which of course means he does tremendous damage. Right? He attacks faster, bonus range, bonus damage. Which means it's really hard for the Radiant offlane to actually go and really do all that much. But it only lasts so long. It lasts for about a wave. The goal is to get to level 2. To get to level 2 faster. And he does so, but it's not incredible. It really is not. And also, this is a lane that Lambo should win, especially now that Slate of Fist has been used. So you can just kind of, every time Slate of Fist gets used, you drop Static Link and you say, hey, Mr. Ember Spirit, you didn't want that damage, right? Yeah, you didn't want that damage. Absolutely. No way. Yes, Cool Man is the laser. Miss Creeplow. Something. Someone else said something in chat. I forgot what it was. Hey, James Lakers. LeBron James fan, I see. But again, I think the safe lane is going to be rather placid. There's a world where CK dies, but as long as he just kind of sits back and tries to get levels, it's going to be fine. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Saying that CK3 is horrible is actually not... If you talk to Collapse, he's going to say it's at least an A-tier offlaner. Granted, they also had to win through the lower bracket to qualify for the majors, so, I mean, who knows? And there we go. Clem, he's feeding. Clem saying, oh, yes, Terrorblade, are you hungry? Let me show you the food. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that, folks. That's not what we want. We want that one. Scarlett before last hits, but of course, you give a first blood away to Terrorblade. That's always kind of scary. And also, I mean, now that we're at level 2, CK does have sustain in the crit. So it's not the horrible thing. Clem the ATM. That's horrible. Oh, no. Well, actually, Terrorblade got his ult level 1. That's how that works. Oh no, Clem, not again. Cha-ching, the ATM, it goes off. Oh no, Clem. Oh no. Oh. You just kind of, you gotta go and you gotta do crazy creep pull mechanics to bring part of the creep wave into a position where you can CS it when the meta happens like that. So I think we may see this game. I really like the Western draft, but if okay, Scarlett, CS low, last hits, please. Missing 300 tower, game's over. Chinese team wins.
Is missing.
So again, I do like the draft a lot more from the... Man, it's a Wyvern with 2 illusion heroes too. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is actually so nice. Oh, wait. Yeah, so there we go. This is why you don't kill Wyvern. Wyvern is instead going to maybe MacSed. MacSed stays alive. Okay. But that's a lot of damage. He's going to have to spend some regen. He doesn't have any regen, so he's going to have to either bring it back on his courier, go back to base. Yeah. CK is not good in this game. That I will buy. But in general, CK3 is not terrible. Actually, folks, I know what's happening here. I know the plan. CK doesn't need to be good. CK doesn't need to be good at all. CK is just going to rush an Ags. CK is just going to build more Terrorblade illusions. That's actually the goal there. Some of those of you curious, this is what the Chaos Knight Ags does. It means when you cast Phantasm, you can cast it on other heroes. So you can build a bunch of bonus Terrorblade illusions and really start to do tons of damage. And the funny thing is, despite Terrorblade, quote-unquote, owning this lane, Deuce has got more CS. Oh, Scarlett, be careful your courier there. Yeah, it's going to go down. Bye-bye, courier. That's very sad. But she got her item, so the very, like, the courier's not going to be dead for too long because, of course, it scales with level. And Scarlett's only level 4, so even though it is a flying courier, it's not going to be dead for like 2.5 minutes, which is nice. Because realistically, by the time the courier is back up, Scarlett should have her next set of items. It's not really that much of anything. As Clem, once again, poor Clem. Poor Clem. Right? Yeah, like on the one hand, you get CK Ags and you get all these illusions for the Terrorblade and Wyvern. Staying alive once again. Wyvern singing that beautiful song. Stand alive, stand alive. That's exactly what he's doing every time they go on him. The longer this happens, by the way, the Wyvern just kind of sits there and occupies the attention. Oh, wait. Ooh, Wyvern may be dead now. 5 seconds. Wand gets popped. And Wyvern's going to be okay. Yeah, the longer Wyvern occupies the attention of this offlane, the better it is going to be for our Radiant heroes because, well, that's just more time that this CK is not farming. He's got 10 CS to 34. And Lambo's dominating mid. I mean, it's a matchup that he should win. But still. Oh, okay. The CK does die. Sorry about that, folks. And yeah, the big deal, of course, Kelazhur also, he's getting a lot more farm out of this than Coffee is. And, ooh, Coffee's in death range now. Clem, only level 3, so only 1 point in either shock that really would make a difference. And there we go. So, Coffee gets salved. Salves are imba, and they don't know about it, so they will not be able to, say, breathe fire on their face and cancel that one. So, there we go. The all-in coming in once again, folks. How do you feel about Clem? Do you want him to die? Type 1 in chat if you want him to die. TP? Oh, he's out. He did it. He did not feed this time. Incredible. And now we got, well, Raiders are just stealing some money. I mean, realistically, you can drop a Remnant. It's not going to do much, but he's just, again, removing the ability of Ember Spirit to really go farm. I love these these wards right next to each other, by the way. That's such an aggro ward from Lambo. He's like, yeah, no. I own this high ground. It's mine. As already Scarlett. She's at level 7. Some nice stacks for her in the jungle. Do we have any stacks on the... No ancient stacks. What even are they doing? But she has gone for the max efficiency build. 3 points in Q, 4 points in W. No even points in Mana Shield to give her a little bit extra survivability. She says, no, I trusted my ability to take no damage from the jungle, so I'm just going to farm as hard as I can. And I mean, she's up double the last hits of the Terrorblade. Terrorblade should be starting to expand in his farm right now. You know, once you have like 3 levels in Conjure Image, once you have 3 levels in the illusion there, you really should be starting to be able to eat up the jungle. Kelazhur remains one Clem to die. Well, that's fair. Hello there, E2FD. So we're looking at worth. Man, the fact that Coffee has those two kills, or 3 kills, I guess. Yeah, 3 kills is just such a big deal. It really is. It's the only reason he's even close to Scarlett's net worth right now, because she is just, she's able to hit the jungle. She's able to start efficiently farming just a little faster. She got a lot out of the lane, and that really is because the lane was really bad. CK taking 3/4 of his HP before the lanes even meet is a big problem. It just meant that, you know, Scarlett really had nothing to worry about, and it was already going to be a good lane for her anyways. So she is farming up a storm. Dragonlance already done before 10 minutes. She is rapidly approaching that 10 CS per minute mark, and this is a quick way to do it. Why not? Yeah, Foshers, who can do that? You know, Ember is behind. Scarlett's in her jungle. She has defensive wards, so she knows where everything is going to be. It's kind of hard to go on to, well, you can go find Scarlett, but there's really no one that the Dire has at the moment that can really aggress in the jungle like that. Certainly not with the rotations from, say, Elazer and, well, and this offlane that is now starting to put pressure on the tier 1 safe lane. There we go. We're going to have Hex go down, but Clem not really doing much with that. We'd love to see Clem 6. Clem 6 paired up with the DK ult is actually a really good way to kill towers, I mean, insanely quickly. But Clem is just a little short on things. Is this game SC2? It is not. It is Dota. Most supports just camping MacSed here. They're like, we need to stop. We need the CK to get something, so we're gonna sit there, and if someone decides to go on him, we're gonna pop up. There we go. The bait has been successful here. So actually, oh, that's actually not gonna be all that great. And there we go. The ult pops down. Oh, Scarlett could have traded that. Scarlett could have saved that, diving in, turning them all to stone as that happens, but even still, the ult from the Wyvern's going to be enough to keep her alive. The 3-minute bait, not successful in the slightest. That is going to keep our Chinese team rather sad. Now, this is not the bloodbath that we had in game 1, but win conditions are different. That's not, wow, Huskar needs to kill everything and end the game early. Or at least build himself an advantage early. This is now, we have 2 really hard scaling mid to late game carries and 4 players around them that are just trying to make space and make something happen. But Clem is going to drop the wards here. Clem, drop the serpent wards. Clem, drop the serpent wards. Build the tier 1. It's important. Give Deuce this farming area. Serpent wards are not for fighting. Certainly not the first cast of them. Yeah, okay, that bracket command is wrong. First blood has already happened. There are 5 kills in this game. Oh, sure. All right, but it looks like they're going to go on mid on the Elazer, and he will go. He gets a lot of damage done. Elazer will go down in the mid lane. But again, 3-man gank. Tier 1 tower top goes down. The question mark. channeling his ego. Not saying that not saying time is egotistical, but channeling a IG player named Ego who question marked EG to tilt them out of face of the earth in the first map of the finals, or no, in the first major of last year. All right, so we're going to see rotation of our 2 tower pushes over to the mid lane here. This one should see Clem drop his wards, I think. I mean, they're just going to try to knock down. They knock down the Roche tower, and then they knock down mid is going to be the goal. It's actually taken a lot of damage already because Lambo has really been dominating this lane. So there we go. DK ult is popped. Are we going to drop the serpent wards? Clem. Clem. Please. Clem. Okay, but there we go. Ravage doesn't get popped, but it only does get Clem here, and yeah. Oh, there we go. Now we're gonna see the serpent wards get dropped, and Tide that's kind of useless going to go down. You gotta split. Lambo Kelazhur split away. No, not like this. Oh no, Lichall doing so damn much, and the serpent wards will not clean it up. Oh. That's not the play. Chain Frost chains together. They just sat there. They could have split. They could have delta'd. But they chose not to. It is a gift. It is a gift from the gods of the West, the gods of the East, saying, look, I will give you my life this day, because I know we have you heinously outdrafted. Ooh, that's actually kind of... Wait, was there... What's the vision command?
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
I don't know. I don't know how to toggle vision.
Don't mind if I do.
Oh yeah. Yeah. There's okay. So the high ground gush lets the Radiant know that look. Okay, there's high ground vision here. We should see Clem toward that, but he does not have any sentries. Wyvern does, but Wyvern is not there. I mean, remember, this is a 5-stack. And this is for fun. It's just show match. I don't even know if there's price pool allocated, as we see a little bit of dive here on the CK, but Terrorblade arrives, and we should just see a TP out. Actually, we need to see a little bit more juking, because CK does have stuns. CK is a speedy boy. But just drop your ult and TP out. Elazer, please. Okay, he's just buying time, I guess. Drop your ult. Drop your ult. You could have killed him if you dropped his ult. Meanwhile, death's happening everywhere. Wait, where did... Okay. Death's happening. It's a blood... Someone wanted blood? Someone wanted blood. I heard that someone was desirous of people dying when you got your wish. 4 dead on Radiant, 3 dead on Dire. But Deuce is alive. And again, we're just looking for the story of the Deuce. How hard does she carry? And also, do we see any build adjustments from Terrorblade to deal with Deuce? Like, is there going to be any sort of quick diffusal blade? I doubt it. It just kind of slows down the Terrorblade too much from these big, beefy items that he wants. But we see it happen occasionally. Oh, hey! Clem is dead. Hey, this is a game where he could get the Malk Ward. 0, 6, and 3. Because that requires communication, sneaky suck. It is 2 players that they need to split again. They need to tell each other that they're splitting. But really, they just stood there, so I can't even blame that one. Juicy gets found out in the jungle. Ooh, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute, that's a problem. Dusa just lost her... She just lost her Manta. There is 2,000 gold sitting on that courier. 2,500 gold sitting on that courier that is just not useful at all. And there we go. Lich is gonna... Okay, Dusa pops her ult. Mana Shield not on. Just trying to conserve things. And it's just swarming. We're just seeing everyone swarm here on the mid lane. Kelazhur should go down. And this is looking like a wholly different Chinese squad. Clem, good brother. Yeah, Abafav09. Absolutely. Agent 303 in a new form. I believe F9, beyond 9, I believe Clem and F91 are like the 2 weakest players on the respective sides. Is this a Dota drinking game? Clem dies, drink. You'd be wasted too quickly. But I mean, I think Clem is relatively new to this game, so... Ooh, no. Ember finds the Dusa. Dusa does not have her ult. No real way to escape. I mean, she does have a stick, and she's going to wait to get that as just as big as it can be before she does pop it. I don't know if she's going to have the opportunity to. Dusa dead, and Dusa just could not be allowed to die here. But, oh, hey, you know, Lich in exchange. Now we're going to see... Yeah, dead Tide. Ember can always escape. Or not. Tide's going to TP out. Tide is dead. And do we have another... Oh, do we have another stun? No, Clem does not get in range in time. His blink is 100 gold off. That's unfortunate. But hey, you know what? Losing the Dusa, it sucks. Really, we were looking at a game where Scarlett could not afford to die with how this is going. But getting to an exchange, even if it is just the 4 and the 5, it does kind of mitigate the wounds just a little bit. Clem is good at everything. We love him. He's good at keeping the Chinese team in the game. Yeah, sure, okay. Yes, Dork EV, this is a best of 3. Scarlett squad's up 1. Why are you shook that I know Dota, Beyond Nidus, excuse me. When I wasn't playing StarCraft for a couple years, Dota was my casual game that I didn't really feel like I had to be good at. I hate. Can we talk about how much these break creeps are like the worst thing that they've ever added? The amount of heroes that rely on their passives to farm, and it's just like, no, you don't get to do that. It makes me so sad. Grobo for Dusa. That's actually really nice. Bonus damage or a bonus range, and of course you do. And bonus. Oh, Scarlett, pick it up. That's gonna be great on DK. You do bonus or you apply a bonus magic damage debuff. You attack faster. You have bonus range. It's always gonna be rather nice. Elazer, though, he's coming under threat. Oh, good. Oh, there we go. Now there's the ult, and this is going to be a dead Ember Spirit there. That's what you're worried about when you draft all these illusion heroes against a Wyvern. It does mean that there's just someone that is kind of guaranteed to die. Now, Clem, though, he's going to die. Clem's dead. But you will absolutely trade your 4 and your 5 for the Ember there that's been making so much space. Scarlett just doesn't want to join the fight. She says, I need Scotty. I need to go a little further. I need more stuff. I need to hit level 20 maybe. I need to hit Scotty. I need my better timing. But because, well, ults are down for both the Shaman and the Wyvern, and meta's still available for a little, well, not that much longer, they're going to go take Roach. And ideally this would go on the Ember, but of course the Ember is dead. So I guess you just probably put it on your TB and you say, hey, it's going to be a good time. And again, I'm somewhat surprised to not see Ags on CK, but I guess again, it was kind of this play of, well, we don't want too many illusions, right? Casual Dota 2, not All-Stars. They found a way to win. It's Clem. Y'all are mean. This is terrible. Cruel followers. But 47587, whole bunch of numbers. I did play Dota casually, and then, like, you know, I played ranked or whatever, but it was a game I didn't feel pressure to be good at, whereas Dota is very much, or StarCraft is very much a game you kind of, you get to a certain point of skill where you kind of feel pressure to be good. And certainly now I definitely play professionally. I just got a couple friends and we queue for unranked and meme. I mean, for sure he's not wrong, but you don't need to say it like that. It's kind of mean. Clem's dad may be watching. I know he retweeted my tweet about it. But okay, mid tower is finally going to go down here. Ooh, they're gonna give it to no one actually. But now Ember Spirit goes in. He says, "Hey, let's have some fun." But immediately we do see the ult going down. Which, oh yeah, Elazer stays alive just a little bit longer. Oh man, no. Lich stays alive. He will not trade 1 for 1 here. But again, folks, we're looking for the scaling. We're looking for this game to go late. Certainly, you don't fight right now when Terrorblade has Nagus. Hey, it is possible to play Dota without being toxic. But, I mean, this is a dead tier 2. CK ult gets popped, everything gets popped, and there is no Wyvern ult to really punish that. So dead tier 2. Oh, they're gonna try to make it happen anyways. Snakes get dropped. Tide runs in. He's looking for the Ravage, but he gets stunned up here. And there we go. Now the stun's off, but the BKBs are here anyways. CK goes down, or CK will probably maybe go down. Yeah, Armor Toggle is not good enough. So 3 go down here. It's 2 supports and the 3. And now the Wyvern is chasing. And do we have... No, we don't have a stun. Okay. Okay. Terrorblade gets out. Iba, if you want to play Dota, I will play Dota with you. How do you... Honestly, you just start playing, I guess. I can't really tell you how I learned it. I just really started watching. There's the majors actually happening next week. It starts on the 8th, I think. No, it starts May 12th, I think. And while that will not be exactly a noob-friendly stream, they stopped doing those. Dota is a lot of fun. And there are guides on YouTube. Banana Slamma Jamma has pretty good hero guides, but I think it requires a baseline of skill. I'm sure there are like here's how to get into Dota type videos, but I'm not familiar with them. I'm not doing that anymore. And there we go. Haste Rune on the Wyvern. Normally you'd want to give that to the bottle carrying hero, but let your Wyvern escape. Just look at the supply. 12 supply to 20. Insane supply lead that we have for our Chinese side.
Is about to flounder. Radiant think fortification can save.
But Eba, if it's choice between playing Dota and clean sweeping your group so I can adopt you, we know what your choice must be. Wait a minute. I'm going to bring this up after this game. Chinese fans went and they sketched game 1. Like, there's already been fan art of this series been made. Bulldog's a great guy to watch if you want to learn how to be toxic at the game. Yoann, I know nothing about Counter-Strike. I can talk about Dota. I know stuff about it. I can, definitely I can talk about Star. I know nothing about CSGO. Although, I don't know, maybe I should get into it. We will see the Terrorblade. Oh, now we got a fight kicking off here, but Terrorblade has... Oh, wait a minute. Airblade, Aegis, 415. If they're able to jump on top of him right here and Terrorblade is stunned, where is the rest of his team? Coming in from the south side. Actually, Deuce is out of mana, so this is not really going to be all that great, but wait a minute. Aegis out 3, 2, 1. Oh, they got him right as Aegis. What a timing there from the Scarlett squad. That is actually going to be fantastic. I think Deuce dies. I think this is still not the best. But as the Aegis expires, wait a minute, Clem on the backside. He's going to try to make that happen. He gets it. Scarlett, she's fighting. It's down to the very last, but no, the Ember survives. Oh, the snakes. The snakes are not going to do it. Barely. Just barely. The Chinese side wins that fight, but the Terrorblade dying there as the Aegis expires is... That does not feel good. We'll put it that way. That Aegis timing, that was pro level Aegis timing, not gonna lie. That is... there we go. Deny the DD. That was pro... I gotta assume... I don't know. Scarlett, Lambo, they're brilliant. But that was good. And Clem actually played that fight really well. Nikki Buki? Not familiar with that one. Is that a voice line I'm less familiar with? I choose to believe they timed it because that makes this game more exciting. Oh, Clem out blinking that. Look at that. Quick fingers. He may not be the best at Dota, but he does have those reaction times. Oh, this is spooky for Lambo. Oh, is that a Ace Slayer? Or there we go, Mindbreaker. Yep. So he's going to be a little bit silenced, but he's going to be okay. We see how much damage the Terrorblade even does at this point. Although, Lambo, he had a quick pick stop for a Falcon Blade, but he's going to be moving into his refresher pretty soon. And, oh, has Coffee stayed around a little bit too far? Yes, he has. They found him. He's here. He's going to die for a second time. We just need the stun. He's going to try to sit the edge. Sunder is not going to be enough. He gets stunned at the last second. And now here comes the Ember Spirit once again. But again, it feels like this time, well, actually, no, Deuce is dead. I was going to say it feels like it's maybe going to be a little bit worse here, but Tide stays alive. Lambo is dead. He's going to burn down, I think. Yeah, this is not nearly as good. I think Scarlett entered that fight without her mana shield. I think she entered the fight without her mana shield. So she went down to half HP while still plentiful on mana, and then she turned it on, and it just became a problem. That was not worth it for the Western team, and we do see the net worth advantage starting to grow. So while this is a good draft, I think this is definitely a better draft for the Chinese side, or for the Western side. The way the game popped out of lanes is rather favoring them, at least in net worth, but we can still see the draft advantage. 54-46 Dire. Machine learning says that Radiant still has a significant chance in this game, and I think that is very fair. The Dusa will hit a pretty scary point. Now, I'm almost surprised we're not seeing her go blink, like Swift Blink, and just get in there, but I guess it shouldn't surprise me too much. Now, let's see. Roche is going to respawn in 26 seconds, and ideally, in this game, Terrorblade is not the best Aegis carrier. It's good, but, you know, it's a transformation hero, so you lose meta. Dusa is a fantastic Aegis carrier just because she's one of those heroes that really uses both all of her HP and all of her mana, like a Leshrac or a Storm or something. A little bit different. Her mana is not extra damage, but it's just so much survivability. Yeah, late game is post 30. It really depends on the game. Post 30, post 40. But that's a run away. No, do not take this fight. Just hide. DD Terrorblade with all the strength that he has. This is just going to be a couple dead supports, but it's going to be a Delta split on out of here. Actually, maybe no, you can't fly. He's hidden. There is no detection here. Elazer gets out. Oof. This is why we have sentries. Oh, but now we got Ember trying to dive on top of Lambo. Lambo had a great lane, but his game is not nearly as effervescent as it previously was. Time showing his skill on that Ember once again. Ooh, big EB pop before the fight does not feel good. But remember, folks, there's no Aegis here. This is just a Terrorblade, and he can be killed. He absolutely can be killed, especially if you drop Wyvern ult on his head, and he's got a lot of illusions. He will die. So the question is, when does that happen? Oh, no, that's a waste. That was probably the worst possible scenario. That was really not what you want. Now CK dives in, trying to get on top of the Dusa. Dusa running out of mana rather quickly. And there we go. Blink Ravage on in. Dusa's got to run back. But there we go. Okay, refresher on the Razor there. CK starting to go down, but not enough damage really to make anyone die just yet. Just lots of really low heroes. And the Bear's starting to go down. We're starting to see the CK starting to melt here. And yeah, sure, lots of really dead heroes. In fact, Clem's dead again, surprising no one. It's a lot of dead heroes, but oh, there we go. They're going to re-engage. They're going to say, this is our timing. This is absolutely worth doing. So it's a man fight here between the ult list, or the metamorphosis list, the meta list, TB and the Dusa. Meta wins that one. TB wins that one. They're all dead, which means the range barracks is going to go down. I mean, Kelazhur may not be dead, but he's also not really alive either. There we go. This actually, we have no buyback on Dusa. We have no buyback on Razor. I was gonna say this may end the game, but TB decides to teleport out. I mean, BKB Refresher is the build, but Razor had to control the tempo more in this game, I think. This really is a game where the Scarlett squad has not controlled the tempo through the mid game. This is the best of three quicks. This is very much a game where the Radiant haven't really controlled the tempo through the mid game all that well. So their draft is good. They have good mid game tempo controllers. They have a fantastic late game carry. Scarlett is now down 5,000 net worth on the TB, and Dusa always wants to be the top net worth in the game. Yeah, wow, StarCraft 3 beta looking sick, Russia. You're right. In Dota, the barracks, what they do is they effectively suppress the strength of the enemy creeps. So take a look here. We have these super range creeps versus the regular one because the range barracks is dead and the melee barracks is dead too. So these creeps they have more HP. Look, so 348 to 547. So they have more HP, 55 damage to 31. They do more damage, they do more HP, and then when all three sets of barracks go down, it gets even worse. When all three sets of barracks go down, then it is they become what am I blinking on the term for them? They're not super groups anymore. They are mega groups. There we go. And they become even stronger.
Invisibility.
No, for Razor, a bunch of numbers, that is the build. It's BKB refresher. Yeah, kind of like inhibitors, but they're always dead. Well, they're pretty evenly matched, NV7. Game 1 was pretty big stuff. I mean, Chinese team try to come back late due to draft scaling. But this game has been rather Chinese favored because of how the lanes went.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hey, you know what? Clem is approaching the Melka Ward if they win this game. Oh, Clem. Hex. No, not quick enough fingers. And now he's dead. That's a waste of a Ravage. And now Coffee going for that top lane of barracks. He got a butterfly now too. He is a beefy boy. And there's nothing stopping this. Razor's bot there like, yeah, we're giving this one up. We cannot take the fight. 3-on-5. We're down 20k. But there's almost a Daedalus. Scarlett is going to actually do damage now. She needs, what, 500 more gold. But they will force them back because at this point, tier 4 is under threat. All right, but here's the fight kicking off in earnest. Fear and Chain Frost is going to be a bit of a problem. There we go. Razor is not dead just yet, but now going to get chased on down. Dusa ult's going to be nice. Stoning everything up for just a little bit as, of course, the Ember running on forward here, but they're locked in their fountain, folks. Actually, Ember is, yeah, he's going to dive on it. And remember, folks, he does have the Aegis. He has another life here that will bring him back. Scarlett's actually starting to do tremendous damage here to Coffee, and there we go. That's what you're looking for. It's the ult on the Terrorblade. He's gonna, oh no, he gets the Sunder at the last second. Literally 5 HP is what keeps him alive, and at that point there's really nothing doing anymore. Scarlett sitting in fountain. She is regenning a lot. She's not gonna go down, but you need more than that. You do truly need more than that. Ember, though, getting very low here, getting just right outside the range of things. Kelazhur staying alive for as long as he can. It looks like the CK will fall. There we go. Nice snake. But again, another Sunder preventing them from getting on top of things. Wait, there's a fort. Scarlett's team. There we go. Fort does get dropped here. What's the cooldown? Sunder's back up pretty much immediately. What we need to do is see Coffee get stunned right as he's getting low. And actually, there we go. So Sunder's going to go down. Base goes down. And that is it, folks. Game 2 goes the way of the Chinese. We got a game 3. Clem death count. 14 kills. 14 deaths. Clem death count. 0-14. Oh, Chinese memes are brutal, man. This draft really from both sides, although it's much more of an accelerator from the Radiant, from the Scarlet squad. It's less of an accelerator, so you can't really say coffee in the caffeine. Yeah, well, what? So Tiny Cleave is 40%, right? Let's see, what is Sven's max cleave? 100%. So I mean, technically.
For battle.
It's more like Tiny's intangibles, right? His damage, how tanky he is. He's tankier than Sven. And he doesn't really need items, right? Because you get that the way it is. So because your base kit is so good, you can just go like straight Moon Shard and really start to level it up. Who is the stronger team? I see win conditions for both. I think this draft is fairly even. What does Dota Plus say? Yeah, exactly 50-50. Sometimes it'll say one way or the other off the draft. Actually, maybe that computes at -0. Not sure. But they've given Clem a hero that's easier to be a bully with. They have given Clem Ogre. They say, none of this 0-14 Shaman. Not allowed. Yeah, Sven is kind of countered by Razor. This is true. So Sven is going to look to be a secondary initiator once the link goes out. All right, so we got a Tango in the mid lane. They're gonna fight a little bit, and Scarlett just gonna drop. Oh no, just gonna drop earlier. So, oh no, okay, no, Lambo got that. So it's gonna be 3 for 1 in favor of the Scarlett squad. Okay. What do we have here? Yeah, minorly favoring. Oh, that's interesting. Dota Plus minorly favoring the Dire. I thought if anything, it was gonna minor favor the Radiant even before bounties. But yeah, they say, you know what? Iowa's good, Lesh is good. I don't know. And I wish I had like 2 more PCs so I could have like 3 lanes watched at the same time. Do that triple screen thing that is so cool that they do at TI. I don't know. Lambo just ate so much tower damage there. That is unfortunate, but notice he's pushing it into tower pretty quickly because he wants a quick level 2, but he will not be successful in that. So those of you that are familiar with Dota may think, oh, you know, look, this is Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is maybe not the best laner, but it's Anti-Mage against 2 melee heroes that really don't have a... Oh, AM really now. AM took his counterspell level 1. So counterspell means you take less magic damage, and also it means you can effectively Lotus and Lincolns. You can prevent the damage from happening to you and also reflect it. But he took counterspell level 1 instead of Blink or Q. And that is actually pretty crazy. But anyways, yeah, Anti-Mage, especially once he's starting to level up his mana break, it does mean that it's actually pretty hard for these 2 melee heroes, these melee strength heroes, to play in this lane because they will just not have any mana. Ictalio, I think it's a better way to say that is Anti-Mage hits late game faster. But I mean, a 6-item Sven versus 6-item AM, especially with Sven on BKB, I'll take the Sven, right? Just in a straight up man fight. But the trick is AM just hits that faster.
It shall not be.
But you see the benefit of the IO. I mean, you got to kill the IO first to kill anyone in this lane. But the other scary thing is giving one of the higher skill cap heroes in the game to the best player on the Chinese squad. That doesn't really feel all that great as IO. It's going to be okay. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. All right, so they're going to go on top of this here. Now, of course, you do have a Gush, so Tide can slow this all down. And once again, the CK is getting punished. CK is not having the best time, but he's not dying. And that really is what matters here. Because, again, we saw CK is a menace in the mid game. Doesn't really need a lot. It really just needs a... Oh, never mind, he's dead. First blood there. Scarlett doing her thing. I don't know how many mangoes she bought, but she's down to 1 now. And that is a dead CK. And of course, Scarlett at level 2, she can farm at level 4 actually, but level 2 cleave. She can start to farm the jungle pretty efficiently. So we see Elazer stacking on up 4. That's going to be a triple stack here, I think. There we go. Yeah, triple stack. That's going to be a lot of money in her way, and also means she can pretty much pull it to infinity if she needs to. And it's not like she's committing a lot to this either, because the IO can pop mangoes. The IO gives her mana regen, and that just again makes her able to do a little bit more. And where are we on the bottom side? Yeah, AM's doing a pretty good job. Looks like you got bullied out, though, and salve meta, please. And actually, I do like this. Kelazhur, he says, yeah, you know what? I understand my mana is going to be gone for the most part, so I'm just going to go. I'm going to get a soul ring really quickly. Sure, I'm not going to have a lot of permanent mana. It's not going to sit in me, sit in my health bar all that much, but when I need it, I can pop a soul ring. I can cast my spell. And I'm never really not going to be able to because I'm hitting pretty high levels in Dragon's Blood, so you're not going to kill me, AM, not without your ult. So Sven is farming incredibly well. Lambo, mid lane looks like it's drawing, going pretty even right now. I don't know much about the region situation, but Lambo's happy. So is the Razor. This really is kind of a sit down and farm lane unless Lambo gets like a stun or something that we don't expect. And on the bottom side of the map, look at that. Clem, he's been told, hey, you should probably drag creeps. Drag creeps into wave away to give me some spot to farm things. He will be successful in doing so, just kind of pulling the lane back a little bit. Kelazhur's happy about that one. He says, oh, yes, thank you for the creep. We can see the players evolve. Clem, you know the best proof that the players are evolving? They're learning. Clem hasn't died yet.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Now, the unfortunate thing here is, as much as we talk about, look, you know, Kelazhur's doing well, they're not going to kill Coffee. There's not a world where they... I don't think there's a world where they kill Coffee in this lane anymore. And that is a bit sad if you're looking at wanting an anti-mage to not just get out to a ridiculous start. In fact, yeah, Coffee is going to take advantage of the fact that he's pretty unkillable in this lane. He's not getting boots at first. He is instead, he's just going straight Battle Fury, and he's going to have it like right around the 9-10 minute mark. That is, anti-mage getting it that early is a problem. And Razor, I said I didn't expect there to be any death, so I wasn't looking at it. Razor will kill off Lambo, and he's going to be alive on 34 HP. We need a... Does the support have mana to kill him? No, they don't. Okay, well, because I'd love to see a TP there and just stun kill, but there's no one that can do it. There really is no one that can do it.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Yeah, pretty much. Ogre may die anyways, though. He's a Mango. Mango and stun. Mango and stun. Oh, no, he's gonna... There we go. CK stun. Ogre, just get the money. Get the money, Ogre. There we go. It's worth... That is, what's 45 times 5 call it 50 times 5. 500 gold less 50. 450 gold. Yeah, I'm dumb. 450 gold. And there we go. Less rotation as well means that the CM is dead. 450 gold versus the 250 gold that Ogre gave away by dying. Absolutely worthwhile. Absolutely worthwhile there. Clem, he's learning. His deaths are with value now, with reason. It's not just the whole, yeah, let me die and let me feed. No. That death added value to this game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So what we're gonna... Oh, region rune bottom, yes. Ay caramba. Lambo is very desirous of the region. Oh, he's gonna get it, yeah. Region, oh, gotta be careful the slow, though. He's gonna get it, and he's gonna die. But he keeps the region rune alive, at least. That's unfortunate. This is why you want your 4 rotating over. At a certain point, you want him rotating over to secure your rune. Certainly when we get to power runes. But that would involve Clem not feeding, and, well, we know how that works. Scarlett's doing a really good job of farming efficiently, and that's one thing we got to look at. Or yes, AM's going to get his really quick Battle Fury. He's about halfway to it right now. But Scarlett already has 3 levels in Cleave. And what we really need to start seeing is this Ancients get stacked, because Scarlett's pretty soon going to be able to pop her ult and just clear through a 5 stack of Ancients pretty quickly. So we do need to start seeing Lambo probably go and start to stack the Ancients. That is correct, Junior. But okay, there we go. Ultimate get popped here for Scarlett. That is a dead tide. And Scarlett is going to look for another. What's the cooldown? Stormhammer, 7 seconds. Hey, no more 1121. Thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, I agree at this point, Venno. I think Sven has hit critical mass where Scarlett can farm pretty efficiently by herself, especially now that she has an Echo Saber on the way. But, oh, and she has a possessed mask. Literally optimal items. Steadfast, which Cleavy boy go burr? Yes, mid is time. This is MacSed. MacSed is Maxard. Ooh, Razor goes down in the mid. Ah, yeah. Earlier, we saw time he tried to all in, and he was successful. He killed off the Lesh. He's done it twice now, but Lesh has just gotten a little bit too strong, and there we go. Finally, it is a good situation. Finally, Lambo takes revenge for what his opponent has been doing to him, and okay, he doesn't have the regen rune, but he does have a DD. And he's gonna start farming out the jungle here. Scarlett. These are still some pretty static lanes, surprisingly enough. Scarlett, does she have the tide? Does she have the tide? No, she doesn't. Okay. But she is going to force the tide out of lane. Oh, but here comes the Razor. Recall out of here? No, IO. Oh, there. Yes, that is a recall out. I was like, IO. I can't imagine they're bringing him back. Well, we're going to see TP in. Are they going to bring Scarlett back here? They're bringing them back. And now the CK pops ult, but Stormhammer to run away. And of course, whatever this is called. Warcry, there we go. Warcry is going to just add that little bit of extra move speed, extra bit of armor, and Scarlett will be able to continue to farm efficiently. The rotation did not work. And that is a lot of time that this Razor wants to be spent farming, wants to be spent getting his BKB, his refresher. Not allowed. So pretty quickly, it's a 3K lead for the Scarlett squad. You say Sven is the biggest Cleavy boy of them all, SF. I think you're talking about Wraith King at level 20. That is not true. It's only 20% cleave. But anyway. Interesting. Okay, so level 6. Ult on the CM is going to get popped here, but it's really not going to do all that much. And, yeah, this is just not doing all that much. Now, the interesting thing is how nice it is, actually, that the CM is in this game casting spells, because every time the CM casts spells, never mind, she hasn't taken any points in Arcane Aura. I would have expected at least one, and I don't know how big that stack was, but Coffee dropped his ult on it just to clear it out faster. I mean, level 1 ults, whatever. I think that was only like a 2-stack, and I don't know you drop an ult for a 2-stack, but whatever. So where is Scarlett at? She's going to have her Mask of Madness. Yes, Mask of Madness coming out on Courier. AM, it is 12 minutes in. He has rushed the Battle Fury.
Is under attack.
He has rushed the battle. He's going to have a 14-minute Battle Fury. A boostless Battle Fury. Like, 14 minutes is your standard Battle Fury timing. It feels like, I guess he feels like he just got kicked out of the lane a little bit too much and couldn't really contest anymore. But... Okay, please, Clem, you gotta cast your Bloodlust. Bloodlust the big dragon boy. Kill the tower. But actually, no, this is a good rotation back. I don't know where they had vision, but someone has told them, maybe just Scarlett saying, hey, look, there's no one on the map. Be very careful, guys. You're advanced. So there are 4 players bottom going on that rotation. Meanwhile, of course, Scarlett trying to take down the offlane tower because she is Scarlett and she's killing things pretty quickly. So, first tower of the game goes to the Scarlett squad. This bit of aggression. Ravage popped to kill Clem. They're just doing it, folks. The strat is real. You kill Clem, he's dead. Hey, Junie at 1126. And, ooh, they got the CK on the other side. Yeah, that's a positive trade. Sven ult pops. She's gonna start to farm the Ancients now. Oh, ooh, Lesh dying in mid. Okay, AM ult. Yeah, that's what that was. Fights happening all over the place. I'm trying to talk about other stuff. Jeez, let me talk about farm. I'm a small, happy little farmer here. Oh, AM does not have a blink. Oh, came off cooldown right at the last second. Counterspell saving the life of a coffee. AM does not want to die right now. AM dying right now is absolutely disastrous. So, phew, good timing there. Now we have Razor coming up. We have, what is that, behind CK as well, looking to find some value. But IO has popped the relocate. I will take them back home. Or we'll kill a CM mid. Now they're going to start to try to kill the kill this anti-mage. And man, Scarlett is doing a really good job of just dogging the face, dogging the happiness of our AM. And now here comes the TP, the team play to go down. IO is not good in pubs because people do not have the communication that is necessary. But if you have Lambo and Scarlett at the helm, I mean, that is fantastic. 3 die across the board. AM losing a lot of HP, had to go back to base and farm again. His Battle Fury is now done, but it was like a 15-minute Battle Fury in this game where you're already, oh, stun stack though. That's not what you want. Counterspell gets dropped. Anti-mage looking for a blink out, will be able to escape. And Panthedge, Junyan, thank you so much for the follows. Things happened. Clem is the best bait. Are Coffee and Scarlett best players on their teams? Yes, Steadfast. They're both at their peak are like top 700 immortal players. Something like that. Ooh, Razor teleports in, but this is a bit scary here. There's going to be a secondary stun, and as the Leshrac arrives, drops the stun on things, everything is starting to go on down. CM ult is going pretty much unhinged, and actually, wait, you got to go. IO has to go on this Lesh, give him more mana, drop the mana boots at least, but the base goes down. 3 more die. CM survives. F91, as much as people are saying F91 is Clem, it's not quite true. F91 is not dying, and Clem is dying less. Scarlett now says, ah, yes, time to go get Roche. I have ult. AM truly cannot die even once this game. And it's just, I mean, look, Roche is getting taken. AM now has Power Treads, Battle Fury. And it's 16 minutes, so it's not horrible. It means the Manta's probably going to be, what, 22 minutes? So, like, right on line with what you expect out of things. But the thing is, Sven is enabled now. Sven is big. Sven is powerful. Sven's going to have SNY and a bunch of other stuff. BKB coming in after that. And just this indomitable force that no one can truly fight, especially with the IO behind him, keeping him alive. And by the way, folks, if you're tracking this, where's Clem? Clem only has 2 deaths. He does not have 14. The Chinese team has not been successful in punishing our young dying hero. Anti-mage is able to blink out. They don't quite have what they need. But I worry we're just going to get to this point in the game where they can just, I mean, they have been, but even more so as they look to go high ground, they can just ignore the AM. It's a 9k lead. Lesh is big, and I actually really like Kai Assange. It means you take it just takes longer for AM to sap all your mana, which means it takes longer for AM to kill you. Yeah, it does seem that the Western side has a bit better understanding of like how to play 4P1, or like the fact that 4P1 probably is the way you want to play this game. Look at those stacks. Oh no, the Ogre Smash. Okay, well, we got to smoke into the enemy jungle here. We have IO and CK. Really, 3, 4, 5 are all here. It's going to be Kelazhur. Oh no! Kelazhur blinks out. Quick hands, these StarCraft pros, folks. Blinks out. Ravage has been popped. That was a 4-man smoke into the enemy jungle, and they're going to resmoke. Oh no. No. Now it's time, the Scarlet Squad. And they're going to go. They say, oh, we know you don't have a Ravage anymore. Let's go high ground. DK blinks forward. Razor is going to be the target. And we're going to see just lots and lots of damage. CK doing what it can. Oh, Lambo going down very quickly. Someone's got to save Lambo. IO, you can save him. You can do it, buddy. It's your job. It's your destiny. But he's, Lambo says, it's fine. I'm going to run away anyways. Steam died on the backside. And there we go. Sven popping up as well. Sven saying, yeah, I do a lot of damage. So this should be a dead tier 2. Backside has been saved. I mean, again, IO, it does feel like IO should be linking up with the Lesh, really just because Lesh really benefits from both HP and mana. But if you're just putting all your eggs in the Scarlet basket, I guess it makes sense. Put all your eggs in that Scarlet basket. This is dead tier 2. Scarlet still has Aegis, and she still has her ult for another 2 seconds. Really, you're not wrong. They had the relocate play top that killed off everyone
Won't last long.
with Lambo, because Lambo is Lesh. Lambo is ay caramba.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we're gonna see the point of the game where Scarlet Squad, their job. Oh no, this is dead Lesh. He is dead. Drop the ult. 1,000 gold going to the AM. 1,000 gold going to the AM. We really do need to see a Lincoln's coming out of a Lincoln's or a BKB popping out from Lambo. There really is no other option, because AM will just kill him every time. Even with the Kaya, meaning his mana to get slapped a little slower, it doesn't matter. All right, Sven. Sven, of course, does have Aegis, so he can die once, but you don't want to, ideally. That's a lot of damage that this Razor has taken. We got a fight kicking off. There we go. Razor. Oh, oh, no, she does no damage. Sven does literally no damage here. But hey, that was just the first life. And ult is ready for round 2. Does Scarlet look to run on in? You bet she does, but is she going to be a little bit too slow? Here comes the Lesh, and there we go. Immediate death, misery, woe, as 3 go down. Aya running forward, adding that vision. Scarlet, she wants to dive the tier 3s, but her team says no, back up. Take the base, take the tower. It's better. It's what you want. It's a better way to play.
Dire's middle tower is under pressure.
Scarlet, her BKB is just about done here. She's going to be ready to go. Just disassemble the Echo Saber. Get that. Oh, no. Echo Saber's not Mithril Hammer. Anyway, her BKB is coming out pretty quickly. She really will be untouchable. First lane of Barris goes down at 21 minutes in. The West learning from their mistakes in game 1. They say, we're not going to let this game take late. We're not going to let this game go late. No. We're going to really punish this AM for having the temerity of playing a game where his team cannot protect him appropriately. He's 2-0-1, sure. Oh, no, oh, man, Scarlet's so smart. It doesn't kill it. But she Stormhammers the wave. She doesn't Stormhammer the AM, she Stormhammers the wave. And that means that AM cannot counterspell it. And that was a zoning CM ulti, for sure. It was a don't go in here, because CM got a buff, so the CM ulti does even more damage than it used to. But again, the whole goal here of the Scarlet Squad is to close out the map. Do not give the AM room to farm, and even if you give the AM room to farm, don't give the rest of the team room to farm. Like, that's the big deal. It's one thing to say, yeah, AM, you can do stuff, but letting the CK farm and the Razor farm as well when you're this far ahead, there's no need to. So take down all the tier 2s, start to get some really aggressive warding as they have, and just every time someone shows on the map, like this maybe, make it really hard. This is a level 9 CK 22 minutes into this game. Okay, so Razor gets found on out here, but this is going to be a dead Razor, even with the sucky boys. Well, actually, he's kind of running away, and there we go. Sven is godlike. Pops the DD to make up for the lack of damage that Scarlet has, because she's sitting here at still a lot, but still minus 174. Could be bigger. And, you know, folks, they say it's not the size of the boat. It is the motion of the Sven blade. I mean, Coffee's doing a pretty decent job of farming here, and he is Manta Battle Fury. Eventually, I mean, I feel like he should have a third item by now. All right, so Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. We're gonna have to see just how long that is, and I think it is second Roche that really is the play that ends this game. You know, I saw people saying, well, like, you know, Sven can't beat AM in the late game. Well, first of all, technically, that's not even true. Sven does more bulk damage. If you're able to lock the AM down, it's fine. But also, Sven gets cleave faster, and in a game like this where Clem was allowed to snowball and Coffee got a 14-minute Battle Fury without getting boots,
Haste.
It is not looking good. Oh, hey, that is going to be maybe dead Tide. I mean, Tide is able to shrug off a lot of this. His passive is powerful, but there's just too much damage. Scarlett too fast. She runs in, she runs out. She says, ooh. That's fun. Both the IO and Bloodlust just means that Scarlett attacks stupidly fast. Yeah, AM cannot fight Sven right now. And I'm not sure that AM ever is able to fight Sven.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, I do feel like I agree, Chancel. I think this should be a game where IO is working with Lesh more. But I mean, you can't argue with the results, right? 17k up. One set of racks down. All tier 2's dead. Roche that was a really quick respawn on Roche, by the way. So it's gonna be that second Roche that we're gonna see Scarlett looking for. It looks like she's actually running over there. There we go. Smoke onto the high ground. Running forward, Lesh to start. Lesh doesn't really have a good way to start fights. Oh no, Scarlett blinks in the wrong spot. Oh, they get Coffee's Cure. I don't think it had anything on it, but Scarlett's popped ult, so she's gonna go into the Roche pit. And I don't see a world where they're able to stop that. Yeah, unless you're gonna cut waves, so Coffee can't really go and get a tower out of this easily. Hey, Aberaj Yapavaki. Welcome. Thank you. Glad you're here. This is game 3. Both West and East, they got a game. They got a map. I'm in the game steadfast, and we can tell by my horrible observing how well that is working out. But there we go. Aegis. Scarlet gets the... What does the shard do? Oh, interesting. Passive armor. Passive +7 armor. That's pretty cool. And it's undispellable. I don't think that was probably the best shard. Fire Shield is probably... It would be a lot better, or... What's the IO shard? Okay, Spell Amp. Yeah, I think honestly getting Fire Shield would be a lot better, but you know what? Put everything in the pocket to Scarlett. Let her carry the game. That is the way things are going, and it is working out for her really well. Look how fast she's attacking with the IO Overcharge and the Ogre E. It is just... She's doing so... And Bloodlust, yeah, it's just doing so much. Now, we do have a suck on things, so Razor is going to take a little bit of damage, but only 40 damage from this event, so she's still hitting rather hard, even without her ult getting popped. And of course, with the Razor and the Lesh as well, this base is just... Or these barracks are just going to go down pretty damn quickly now. Coffee's actually doing a really good job of cutting waves. And we have no creep waves anywhere nearby, but they're going to cut through it anyways. The damage is overwhelming. So 2 sets of barracks, they're now down. And Scarlett's going to escort this set of super creeps into the main base. They're going to say, hey, Coffee, you got to come home here, bud. You got to take the fight, because otherwise we're just going to end this game. Ult is ready. Scarlett pops in, pops the ult, and this is just going to... Look at the amount of cleave damage. Nothing survives. Nothing survives this. Coffee's home, but is there a home to get to? I don't think there is. And yeah, they're not even going to bother with Megas. It is tier 3 ahoy, my friends. CK is going to have to buy back, try to make something happen here. He goes. He abducts the Sven. Razor gives him the whole sucky, and there is the AML trying to do what he can, but Coffee, you gotta run here, bud. Oh man, the evasion's doing so much. He runs away. He escapes. Scarlett no longer has her ult, and this maybe slows it down. This should prevent the game from ending. The AoE stun is the shard steadfast. So first one is big, and the level 15 talent does increase it a little bit, or the level 10 talent. But every time it goes 3 times, and the second one it's bigger, the third one it's even bigger. So you can actually mirror them. So if you have a refresher, and with the cooldowns, if you like refresher Octarine, you can like perma-stun someone to infinity if you time it right. Yes, the shard. Scarlett has an eagle song in her backpack. I'm not actually sure what that's for. That's a bit interesting. Or in her quick buy, I guess. like steadfast. The thing I'm talking about is something you can do in practice lobbies, but not actually do in a game. As Coffee is starting to grow, he's no longer on Peter Pan's island. He's been allowed to grow up again. He's got a butterfly. He's starting to feast on Clem, and we all know that the Chinese tactic is you feast on Clem and have that. Lesh does not want to be there. But again, it's a game of Coffee can be on the map all he wants. Every time that happens, though, we're going to see a big push bottom, and this is not a team that fights Mega super well. Oh, yeah, Swift Blink. That's right. Babu Bell out, too. And now, oh, wait, Scarlett's got the stun here. Is it going to be enough? No, the evasion is it all.
Bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
Evasion's going to be enough, but Scarlett, she blinks in. And she does have the Swift Blink now. I think MKB... well, no, I think you just split mask and get Satanic and do whatever and say, honestly, Coffee, you're not going to carry this game 1v5. So I'm just going to kill the rest of them. The CK pops his ult. Scarlett still has her ult up for a little bit longer. Kelazhur is able to blink out. And that's just another ult that has been expended. But, oh, got to be careful here. And Scarlett says, oh, this is my timing. Hey, that's two. That's a dieback on the CK. Razor is not going to get the big suck that it's looking for. And now Scarlett on the high ground. Her ult is down, though, so she doesn't really have that bonus damage. And there we go. Coffee, he's doing what he can. He's moving in. And the ult is big. It is powerful. Scarlett looking for the man fight. Everyone else looking for the man fight. Scarlett, though, she goes down. Godlike. 1,500, 2,000 gold going down, going the way of Coffee here. The Razor stays alive. And this, folks, was exactly what you're worried about if you are a fan of the West here. We're going to see F91 goes down, but Coffee just got 2,000 freaking gold, and Scarlett really needs a way to deal with the evasion now.
Bounty.
Hey, IG Shy fan, thank you so much for the follow. Somebody clip that shit. Question though is whether Scarlett, I think Scarlett goes Bloodthorn actually. I think that's the MKB is good, but Bloodthorn also lets you prevent the AM from doing anything. Although AM does have Manta, so I don't really know. But I mean that fight that gave Anti-Mage a whole new item. And by the way, Anti-Mage has Elven Tunic as well. So what's his evasion at now? He's at 50% evasion. Like, it is so... You need an anti... Okay, yeah, she's going to go... I think this is Bloodthorn.
That's exact.
Nah, I mean, Steadfast. It's a matter of more of a... I think going high ground tier 3, I think that was a mistake. I think you wait, you get third Roche. I mean, it's a long respawn, which is unfortunate. It buys Coffee more time. Coffee gets 2,000 gold from killing Scarlett. So Scarlett's been off the map for like the last minute. Coffee has been farming, got 2,000 gold, and he's still down 2,000 gold from where Scarlett is. That is not good. Well, they did try to go Megas Steadfast in that last fight, and that's when the massive Mana Void hit. But I think we see another fight like that. It does really start to worry me. And yeah, Scarlett going MKB. Okay. It's kind of been proven to us in that last fight that she needs a way to hit the anti-mage. And yeah, sure, it's not 100% true strike, but it is something. I mean, honestly, I think that was fair. Going tier 4s like that. They really didn't lose much. I don't think they... Scarlett didn't die. She lost her Aegis, but I don't think she died. So it's just one of those things where it's kind of fine. Now, the crazy thing is because Io has just been shadowing Scarlett's footsteps the entire time. This is a Sven who was godlike. A Sven who has 12 kills and just massive amounts of CS, only level 20. So Sven level 25 with bonus God Strength damage, not really there. Meanwhile, AM is 25. AM is... I mean, oh, what counterspell magic resistance instead of Mana Void? I guess for the Lesh. That's somewhat surprising. I mean, it's one of those things, right? Where, what is the outside? It's a lot easier to solve for optimality in StarCraft than it is for Dota. Right? Dota has so, I mean, what, there are 140 heroes. Every hero has 4 to 5 abilities. There are some number of items, so many different permutations and skill. Optimality is a lot harder thing to find. So you're looking for, there's actually a term for it in the scientific community where you're effectively looking for like local optimality. You're like, I can never find the best thing, but I can find one of the best, you know? I can maybe find one of the better things I can do. Scarlett again. She's just hard farming here, looking for the MKB. Yeah, I think I have like 2,000 hours into Dota, and I'm like, I don't know how this works. But okay, MKB is done, replacing the Echo Saber. The question is now, is this enough of a timing for Scarlett and Scarlet Squad? In the meantime, we have seen, of course, well, oh, Scarlett blinking in. That's a dead Razor. Yeah, he's just going down. That's not much of anything. Ravage gets popped, but it, again, does not do much of anything here. They found a timing where Coffee's not here. So 2 quick kills. Razor buys back immediately, and they're just going for tier 4s. Right now, you got to find some way to separate the Razor, though, from stealing all this damage. Scarlett's BKB is not there anymore. She does get a big burst heal, and there we go. The AM goes in. He killed. No, Lesh, he's got the stun, and now Scarlett diving in for a second time, just maybe. Is this going to be enough? The Razor is now died back, and it's time to man fight, but Scarlett, she's stunned on up here. Scarlett will go down to the entire fight of things, and now there's no buybacks. There's no buybacks at all. 4 dead on the side of the West, and yes, there are tier 2s, but Roche is up. There's a refresher shard there. That's going to be nice for double Ravage. And these are going to be some megas. Not megas. These are going to be some barracks under threat. Scarlett needed to go back in immediately when the AM got killed. Maybe get a shot, but otherwise, this is starting to be a problem. When the Razor buys back, just back out. I know it's easy to get greedy. You got 2 kills early, but when buybacks start to happen, when you have this scary AM who's now top net worth, you need to go and give it the respect it deserves.
Dire's middle tower is drowning. Dire's middle tower just got knocked down. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
IO relocating to base to force TBs. I mean, IO Lesh could do that.
Dire's middle tower,
But there are no creeps in their base. So certainly Elena Rex is going to go down. The question, though, I mean, Sven ults up in 8.
middle barracks have fallen.
Is this how Dire's middle barracks fall?
Yeah, Sven is just not saving money for buyback. Well, actually, what's the buyback? Yeah, neither Sven nor AM are saving for buyback. But there we go. There's the Abyssal. AM fully, well, I guess 5.5 slotted. You can always go and replace your boost with something, but AM 6 slotted. Sven 5 slotted, really. The Morbid Mask is something that you're going to move back into. Morbid Mask is something you're going to disassemble and get a Satanic for. And then, realistically, SNY is not a super value item. I mean, it's good for the mid game. But okay, now we're going to see Roche get hacked in here, and there we go. The fight's kicking off. BKB, Ravage on 3. AM jumps on in. Doesn't have what it needs, but no, the BKBs are there, so it's not going to be a massive mana void to start. Scarlett immediately targeting down the back line, but she's getting stunned up. She's got to be so careful. Her BKB is done. Mana void drops down, but no, the AM! No, they get him! Coffee, she's dead! Coffee's dead, and now the Roche is going to go the way of the Scarlet Squad here. They overstepped. Almost they took the fight, but now there are no buybacks. Now the AM has no buyback. It's just a CM versus the world. And friends, Romans, the Dota fans in this case, a CM is not the world here. Not against Scarlett, not against the 5-man strong of the Scarlet Squad, not with only 1 tower going down. This is gonna do it in 38 minutes. Finally, throws and counter throws, but the Scarlet Squad representing the West in the WTL, they take this game, they take the show match in 3 games. At the end of things, Sven too strong. AM could not grow big enough. Lakad Maratag indeed.